everybody, Rossana here with Hazel. Say hi, Hazel.
Hi.
Today I'm going to share some of my tips for breastfeeding, also some things that I learned about breastfeeding that I didn't know before I started, and then also share some products that I love and absolutely needed, especially in the beginning when it was really tough and frustrating, and some that I still use today. So let's get started.
Yay!
The number one tip that I give to people who are pregnant for the first time or who just had a baby for the first time and are struggling with breastfeeding is find yourself a lactation consultant. In my own experience, I wish I had someone that I knew that I could go to that could come to my house and to help me with my breastfeeding issues. These people are skilled and knowledgeable in all things breastfeeding. Had I had someone that I knew I could call upon when I got home after coming home from the hospital that knew all about breastfeeding that could help me, I would have felt so much better. I would have saved myself so much stress and anxiety and frustration. So one thing that I still constantly struggle with is milk production and making sure that my supply is good enough that I don't have to supplement with formula. I still do supplement with formula because fed is best, but it never really hurts to try to up your milk production. I try to drink a lot of water, try to eat a lot of oatmeal. I try to eat a lot of foods that are good for milk production like carrots and beets and coconut milk. Personally, I tried fenugreek pills because that's an herb that's supposed to really help with milk production, but I found that it made me a little constipated, and I think when I get constipated, she gets a little constipated.
Did you get a little gassy?
So speaking of water and food, another thing that I learned about breastfeeding is that when you breastfeed, you burn an extra 500 calories each day, which means that you need to eat like a lot. And I get so thirsty too. Like as soon as she latches on, I'm like, where's my water? I have this handy dandy water bottle that I refill, and I literally refill it like 5 to 6 times a day, and I guzzle it all down because I get so thirsty. And of course, drinking a lot of water helps with your milk production. Also, when it comes to food, you want to make sure you're getting a lot of food in. My OBGYN told me, yeah, basically just eat a lot of carbs and fat. You don't have to tell me that twice. So another thing that I learned is that when you're pregnant, you can request a pump from your insurance and they'll send it to you for free. So easy to do. All I did was call my insurance company and they sent me a link to where I can go and order it. There were a few different options of pumps. I ended up going with the Spectra S2 because I read a lot of reviews about how it's the best one and it had very minimal cleanup, which I liked. I've been using it ever since and it's been great. I have no issues with it. I actually just discovered like 2 months ago that there's a little light on it which helps when you're pumping in the middle of the night. One of the best products that I got myself were these nipple shells that are from Medela that I got at Bye Bye Baby. I don't even know why I bought these, to be honest. I got them when I was pregnant on like one of my last trips to the store to just get a bunch of crap that I thought I might need, and I decided I would get these. At that time, I did not know that cracked nipples was like a thing. So go pregnant me for picking these up because these ended up being like the best things ever. Basically, Basically what these are these little shells that just go over your nipple and you can wear them under your nursing bras, and it helps to not have any thing touch your nipple. It is so painful when you're wearing a shirt and it's just rubbing against your nipple. So these are great. I totally slept in these every night, even though it says not to. I totally did it and it was a lifesaver. So definitely get these nipple shells. Don't open it yet until you know for sure that you need them, because who knows, you might have an amazing breastfeeding experience and you don't need it, then you can just return it. So another product that is amazing that I still use to this day is this Haka. This is basically like a silicone little, you see how it's soft? It's like this silicone milk catcher thing. So basically how it works is when you're breastfeeding on one breast, this one kind of just latches on to the other and it suctions on so that it stays on by itself, and it basically just catches the milk that leaks out of the other boob. And it's amazing, especially for me, someone who is an undersupplier. I will take every drop of liquid gold that I can get. This is great because I will just literally stick it on, it'll stay on while she's breastfeeding, milk will come out, I'll get about half an ounce to 2 ounces depending on the day, depending on the boob. And then it's great, and I just immediately put it in a bottle and feed it to her because, again, I don't make enough. But for those who have an oversupply, this is a great way to collect extra milk for your freezer stash. It was only about like 20 bucks on Amazon, and I think they have other brands too, but this one specifically is the Haka, and I'll link it in the description below. So there you have it, some of my breastfeeding tips and also some of my breastfeeding product must-haves. If you're a first-time mom and struggling with breastfeeding, or if you're pregnant and have no idea what to expect with breastfeeding, just do a lot of Googling. That's what I did. A great website, great resource is kellymom.com. They are all about breastfeeding, and any kind of question that you might have is answered on there, I swear. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel if you found any of these tips helpful, or if you've already been breastfeeding and you're like, yes girl, on that point, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks everyone.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love boobies. Yes, I do. I love boobies. How about